Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Giants going up against the Cowboys.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The slot man in motion right. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And the slot man goes in motion left. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff looking right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And, oh, his first carry. He loses the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd. Here's Webb. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Webb. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Here's Webb. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. In the red zone this time. Slot man moves right. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the D looking like they may blitz. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
On second down, Elliott. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Trucks over him. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 34 yards there at a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They go to Elliott again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The slot man in motion right. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Webb now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick may be a free play. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. So he shifts past him. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep over them. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Caught right side. It's Lewis. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Throw left side, complete. That's Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Detroit. Here we go. Green, 3. Over. Detroit. Over. No. Here we go. Check. Patriot.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he coughed it up. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Detroit. Gone. Detroit. Watch it now, Marty. Here we go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the first down, and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Good. No. Check. Patriot.
Slot man moves right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And Rosas puts this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Fielded about a yard deep. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw, Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on on 3rd and 2. To throw, Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
Webb can't escape as he goes down. Malik Collins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. The slot man in motion right. On second down, Webb. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Webb to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fighting off the defender. Nifty move. Brushing off defenders. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And it's a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Set, 3-19. No, check.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Webb. And that's complete to Lewis. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Let's go. Boom, land it. Go. Let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Let's go. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Hunt. Back there. Leopard. Hunt.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Let's go. Green 39. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Slot man moves right. Now Webb. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the point. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's Kaepernick. Aguilar has it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they knew there were going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw is Kaepernick. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Tuck it and run. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go, Ohio!
The give is to Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Kaepernick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Down, it's Webb. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down throw. Webb. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Let's go. All right, now look at that, Philly. Here we go.
Now Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
get to the football. It's blocked.
That was a nicely executed block there. But sometimes it's not just the kicker who feels the pressure in this situation.
Well, I think a lot of people could feel pressure on the offensive side. The defense a little more loose with it.
Yeah, listen, they're just going all out trying to get to the football. And to your point, the offensive guys, okay, who do I have? Who am I blocking? If that changes in the defensive front, does that change what we do in our blocking assignment? And sometimes that confusion or that tightness can lead to a bad play.
And it keeps the game tied here late in the fourth. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. And left side here, it's Graham. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Kaepernick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. He's made 2, he's missed 1. This time for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Cowboys, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say...
you.